What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3. We're 3 episodes already of the conversation series presented by Fandoms Anonymous. Man, we got one for y'all today. We got one for y'all today. We're talking about none other than B. Simone. B. Simone got a lot of stuff going on out here in these streets. Not streets, but streets. B. Simone got a lot of stuff going on here in these streets. I got a whole cast of folks today in the combo click. Shout out to everybody here, man. Let's have a good time. I'm going to go start from the top. I got my boy Tim. What's going on, Tim?
Right, man. So my wife and my daughter, man, my ladies have gotten exhausted, but I love it. No complaint.
There you go. Shout out to my boy Rob. What's going on, Rob?
Work. Take care of turn. Take care of other folks' turn.
That's right.
But everything good around this way.
All good, man. All good. I got my boy Jerry from the 2020 podcast. What's going on, Jerry?
Hey, what up? You already know what it is. Glad to be back. 2020 in the building. You know what's up.
Cool. Kendra. Hey, Kendra.
How you doing?
What's going on, Kendra? Got Crystal. Hey, Crystal. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. My boy Eternity. What's up, brother? Okay, can't hear you, dog. You got to unmute the button.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good,
hey,
man. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, I'm cooling. You know what it is. Glad to be here.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get this started, man. So, B. Simone just doing a whole lot of stuff this weekend, man. I'm talking about first of all, she got canceled because she wasn't with the people. Second of all, she told men who she didn't want. I mean, that's fine. Everybody can have a preference. Then she come around, doggone, copying somebody's work like this third grade papers, like plagiarism. We learned plagiarism about second, third grade. So we're gonna get this thing started. I want the ladies to start first. I'm gonna go with Crystal. Crystal, I want to know what you feel about this going on with B. Simone. We're gonna start with, well, you can start with whatever point you want to talk about. What hit you the most? No, I guess we'll start with the 9 to 5. It's a lot. There's a lot. This B. Simone going on.
I mean, with the 9 to 5 thing, I understood what she meant, but her delivery was wrong. I don't even think she really was sure how she meant it as far as like what she wanted to say, because I know, speaking for myself, having a 9 to 5, I can travel and have whatever type of lifestyle I want. You know, my brother is the same. He has a 9 to 5. He can travel and do just as much as he wants. And I also run my own businesses. So being an entrepreneur and having a 9 to 5, I can see both sides of it. But at the same time, I think she was really referring to a person's mindset and how they see, you know, risk taking when it comes to owning a business, because sometimes you risk it all for your business, you know, and you're not sure what the outcome is going to be, you know, when you running a business versus a, you know, 9 to 5, when you know your check gonna hit on Friday or every other Friday. So I mean, more so than that, I would think she was trying to make people understand that the mindset as far as like being okay with some choices that you make as an entrepreneur versus having that security and that stability of having a stable check.
Most definitely. Because here's me. I get it. I get what she said. I get why she said it. She's at a certain level right now in her Hollywood status or whatnot. So if she wants to get up and say, you know what, baby, let's go to Paris for lunch, brother gonna be like, I ain't got enough PTO, man. I don't know if I can do that. You know, I got to do it. Let me call first. Let me call real quick. Hey, can I? Babe, I can only go for a day and a half. I got to get back. I ain't got enough PTO. I got to save my PTO for Christmas. So, you know what I'm saying? She wants somebody that if it's time to get up and go, and not necessarily about the travel aspect, but if it's time to do something specific in the realm that she lives in, she wants somebody that can be able to say, all right, let's go. All right, pack a bag real quick.
I get that. But like, for example, my brother has a $200,000 salary, works from home. His wife works in the hospital industry. She trains people in hospitals for new computer systems. She travels all the time. He travels with her. He can work from anywhere. Working in IT, he can go anywhere he wants to go with her anytime. She'll be gone to, say, Colorado for a month. She'll go to California for maybe 2 months or 3 months, and they're on the road together. And he's technically a 9-to-5er because he works for someone else. He's not self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to be with her wherever she wants to go, and he makes more than her.
Right.
So it's like he wants to pursue entrepreneurship and have his own business as well. But right now, he's good with where he is because his kids are grown. So having a $200,000 salary and being able to travel with his wife, he doesn't see a problem with that. But at the same time, I guess if they said, we need you to come here for these dates, he wouldn't be able to travel with her if he had to go into the office, which he doesn't.
Correct.
But I guess
Correct.
he's not in charge fully of his own time, just only to a certain extent. So, I mean, it has its pros and cons, but at the same time, I think if I was a businesswoman, I am a businesswoman, I wouldn't mind if my husband had a 9-to-5 because I know that that's my safety net. Like, okay, if I try this business venture and it doesn't work out, I know at the end of the week, nothing's going to go lacking in my house because my husband's going to make it happen. That security and that safety net would be comforting to me versus having both of us out here making these crazy plays and not being sure if we're going to be able to cover the mortgage at the end of the month or beginning of the month.
I got you on that. Timothy, let me hear from you, man.
Oh, excuse me. To be honest, it's kind of like what you said, man. I mean, for me, I'm not even a B. Simone fan. She has her moments, but she's really not my cup of tea. I couldn't really care less what her preferences are. But let me start by saying this. I think there's a difference between a preference and a standard, especially when it comes to the ladies. Ladies, I'm not telling you to lower your standards, but I think these preferences sometimes are a little bit extenuous. I mean, you got a super long list of preferences that, especially as we age and we get older, is anybody going to be able to meet the preference? Now, like Malcolm was saying, when she got to that level that she's at, it's hard to be able to relate to somebody that's not in her sphere. So yeah, it made sense. Again, I don't think you should take just take it at face value. I mean, I don't think you should be offended. I don't think any fella should be offended. If you're not going to meet that standard and you're somebody that's like, hey, B. Simone, I'd like to get to know you, whatever, but you don't meet that preference, excuse me. I mean, you got to take it for what it is, man. No harm, no foul. Move on.
That's real talk, man, because I work 9 to 6. I mean, I got to go to work. I got to be in that office. I got to be in that building. I'm sorry. I mean, you go and take your flight to Paris. I go get me a croissant from Burger King. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do right now. I'm going to shoot this over to my boy, Robert. Go ahead, Robert. Can't hear you, bro. Hit that mute. Hit that unmute button.
All right, cool. So check this out. At first, I ain't even gonna lie. I was a little upset. I was like, the nerve. But you know what I'm saying? I had to think about it too. I was just like, what if I was in her position? Like, I would probably want somebody that'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, travel with me too. So I understood where she was coming from. And plus, I think it helped when I watched the video after like all the hype and stuff. Everybody was all on her neck and stuff like that. And I'm just like, get off her neck. She probably don't even know y'all. You feel me? So, like, I ain't seen no issue with it, but she did say it like the wrong way. And then she did say she really wants somebody that's like balling like her and stuff like that, even though, you know what I'm saying, she plagiarized. And I was happy when she got that million. But plagiarism? And then you want somebody that don't work a 9 to 5 and you want a big balling, like, jumping out the gym, dude, like, and you plagiarizing? So now I'm just like, nah, that ain't it. I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she got her preference, you know what I'm saying? She got a certain standard and she want to go do stuff. And she want to do it beside somebody, you know what I'm saying, that she has feelings for. But, I mean, everybody has their choices and stuff. I just don't, I mean, I'm cool with it because I ain't never going to meet her. I ain't too fond of her neither. But, hey, it is what it is.
And I feel you on that, bro, because if you'd had a 9 to 5 nigga, I got time to help you proofread and write some shit down, baby. Like, we ain't got to go copy nobody. Like, I got a note. I got plenty of notebooks. I'm always writing. Let's figure this stuff out. But you just went and wanted to copy somebody. And I promise we're going to talk about that because that bothered me. That bothered me to my core. I'm going to go with my boy, Eternity, man. Let me know how you feeling about this.
So much like has already been stated, I think the biggest issue with it was just the fact that it was her delivery. You know, it made it seem like the guys that are out here hustling, grinding, doing what they got to do isn't enough, even if it is on the 9 to 5. You know, like this sister said, she said her brother makes 200 grand a year. You know, I work in an industry where that's all we do is hustle, man. Like the car business is hustle and grind. That's all you do. You know what I mean? Because we don't get paid for the hours. So either you put the work in or you don't do nothing at all. That is the definition of a hustler. Somebody that has to put the work in to make their money. Um, and I think, like I said, I don't necessarily think anything that she said was wrong, but the way that she went about it was bad. Like I literally I work a 9 to 9 and I got a side hustle, if that's what you want to call it. But that side hustle just happens to be my passion too. So those are the things that, you know, they always talk about multiple streams of income. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the guy or the girl that's out here getting it, doing what they have to do in order to make their other dreams happen. Because sometimes that 9 to 5 can fund that hustle and that grind that they really want to do. And until they get to the point where they want to be, sometimes you got to work that 9 to 5. You got to work for somebody else, and you got to put in all the necessary time, hustle, energy, and work in order to be able to work for yourself. I'm pretty sure she'd have had 9 to 5s before. She didn't just jump out and was immediately successful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
so
she worked at Bath and Body Works probably.
you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it ain't like she was just born famous. She had to get to that point. And
Right.
so I think that you also have to respect the fact that people are hustling and grinding just like you had to hustle and grind to get to the point that she at right now. So yeah, I mean, when it boiled down to it, like everybody else said, man, it was just the way that she said it. I don't think there was nothing wrong with it. It was just the way that she said it.
Right. And her grind now has an asterisk by it.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of grind, man, I want to shout out Blendia by India. That's my sister, India. I'm wearing her Be Confident in Your Skin shirt. Go check out her business. It's www.blendiabyindia.com. She makes a lot of bath bombs and beard oils and soaps, especially snakeskin soap, man. If you want to get clean, buy that snakeskin soap. So go check out blendiabyindia.com. I'm going to throw this over to Jessica. Jessica, let me know what you're thinking. Can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I agree with everything that everyone has said. She wasn't wrong for having, and she's not wrong for having her preference, but where she threw me off is I think she has a very warped sense of reality in terms of what entrepreneurship is. And the reason I say that is because in her follow-up statement where she said, you know, if I'm up at 3 a.m. sending emails and I'm looking at him, babe, what you doing? Working? I'm working. You want to hop on a flight? I think she has this idea that just because you have your own business, you can just fly by the seat of your own pants and you can just get up and go whenever you feel like it. And that's not the case for every entrepreneur. Like, you need to be present and involved in your business in order for it to thrive and do well. You might have an employee call out. You might have a manager call out, and that could fall on you. And you talking about you want him to hop on a flight. Like, it doesn't work like that. So I commend her, minus the plagiarism, for how far she's been able to get in her career. But I think she needs to take a step back and understand what it really means to be an entrepreneur and the true meaning behind being a CEO. Because I think some people, pursuing entrepreneurship is great. And if you aspire to have those titles, that's great. But don't pursue it just because you think it sounds sexy. So you can say, I have my own business and I can up and go. And yeah, now you're in your own business and you having to deal with the legal side of it. So now you're understanding that it's more to it other than just hopping up. So again, I agree with everything that everybody said. She's not wrong for her preference, but I would hope that, let's say a dude comes along and he has everything that she's been looking for, but bruh may work a 9 to 5, but he may have a vision to start his own business, or he may be working a side hustle right now and working his way up to that. So my question to her is, like, would you curb him because he doesn't have that business right now?
I feel you on that. Speaking of businesses, Jessica, I want you to tell everybody about Style by Jessica Lauren.
So I am based in New Orleans, Louisiana. I have my own fashion and wardrobe styling business. I have done runway shoots. I'm a published editorial stylist. I have a recurring style segment with the CBS affiliate here, WWL. And I also style virtually. We've all had to pivot right now with COVID. So you can check me out on Instagram at styledby_Jessica Lauren.
All right, I really appreciate that. I'm ready for the person that I've been watching their face this whole time, and he already know who I'm talking about. You already know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, man. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Bruh, all right. First things first. Appreciate you for bringing me here. I didn't even know who this chick was at first. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Just being real. That's step number one. Who are you? All right. Second thing is, have your preferences, boo-boo, by all means. Like what you like. But when you put that, excuse me for using language, Malcolm. I don't like to curse a lot when recording, but
No, go ahead.
It's got to be
I'm
frank
sorry.
here. When you put shit out on the internet, you are opening the floodgates to scrutiny from all angles. So whatever you say and whatever you don't say is going to come under attack. You should know that since you're in the limelight like you think you are 24/8. That is my issue. If you like what you like and shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Just like it and shut up. Just sit over in the corner and if somebody approach you and you got a preference, present it then. That's all I'm saying. As far as the book stuff, I'm not surprised. I'm going to be honest with you. This may sound offensive, but I'm going to be honest. She sounded young-minded when she spoke about this issue. It sounded like one of those situations where somebody asks or answers a question that nobody asked. Nobody would have known your business if you didn't speak up on it. I understand if it was like an in-depth interview about, like we're having here, like a round table and somebody approached you with it, but it felt like it just came out of left field. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's entitled to their opinion. Please have it. Feel free to say it, but don't be blowed when we come at you. Like, what are you shocked by? I don't know. And I always have a friend that can proofread. Straight up. Keep
Straight
those
up.
on there.
Definitely straight up.
That's a
Yeah.
must-have.
It got to.